What's going on YouTube? Thanks for tuning in again. If you are coming back, that's great. If it's the first time, welcome to the channel. Let me tell you, before we go any further, this video definitely will contain spoilers. Not only in the form of screenshots, but just some of the stuff I'm going to talk about as well. So if you don't want to spoil it for yourself, cut out now or stop watching. Today I'm just going to do a quick video on my playthrough of Death Stranding. There's also no gameplay footage in this video. Like I said, I'm just going to run some screenshots up and down and just talk about them from there. No actual gameplay footage. So, if you don't know, Death Stranding was released on Sony PlayStation a while ago now. I don't know why, but it took a fair amount of time to re-release on PC. But when I got my hands on it, gave it a playthrough. And like I say, this video is just a bit of a rundown. I'm just going to run some screenshots as well. You can see these ones are happening now. I might pop them up on the screen after I've edited the movie, or the video, and go from there. So the playthrough time for me in particular, it took me about 6 days, and those days had 5 to 6 hour sessions of just pretty much playing just the story. I didn't really stray from the main storyline, just purely because I just wanted to get to the end of it, and I knew it was going to be a bit of a lengthy story anyway. So I just thought I'd focus on that, opposed to doing all the side missions and getting collectibles and whatever else. So pretty much just focused on the story and went from there. And like I say, it took about 6 days from start to finish, and there's a lot of cutscenes and a lot of dialogue that you basically, you're not forced to watch. You can skip a lot, but I jumped through a lot of it purely because a lot of it was kind of monotonous. And that's not to say the main story was, but a lot of the other stuff that NPCs talk about when you're doing sort of mediocre deliveries, not the main sort of, I guess, important deliveries. I chose to skip a lot of that sort of stuff. Not cutscenes, but small bits of animation and things that pop up, say when you deliver or recycle goods. Basically, you have to watch the same thing every time pop up. You can skip it, but it's just annoying. That sort of stuff was, not the best experience, but is what it is. I am obviously playing, like I said earlier, on PC. What I did definitely like was that the game looks really good and it runs and is optimized really good for PC. I don't even own a Sony, so I didn't play it on Sony. I waited till it came out on PC, obviously, and just did it then. But majority of the time, the game was running 60 frames and above. Definitely thought the game looked really, really good though. The visuals were really good. The cutscenes were quite well put together. Very sort of cinematic, movie-ish. It's basically like you're playing a controllable movie for a fair amount of it. I thought it was really good in that regard for sure. I thought some of the music was a bit lame. I guess it's trying to hit a certain note for like a tone for the scenes and whatnot that when the music cuts in. But it was annoying that you can't stop the music playing, or there wasn't like an audio or just a music volume slider that you could change. It was just an overall volume slider, which I thought was kind of annoying. I'm not one for having too much music in games. I generally like to cut the music out and just have the sound effects. So that kind of wasn't on my alley, but whatever, we deal with it. A lot of the actors and the facial face tracking, that's done really well. Norman Reedus, that Mads McKinnon or whatever his name is, really good. I thought it was really well done. Some of the actual gameplay mechanics I thought weren't that good. When I say gameplay mechanics, I mean in particular the platforming was really clunky at times. Some of it, especially in boss fights, I found was, again, this is spoiler ridden, when you're covered in the tar and you're fighting the main big bosses, trying to just jump up and maneuver around like the battling arena was just really clunky. I found mashing jump a lot to try and get up things, which would also sometimes cause the character you play as, Norman or Sam, to fall and lose his cargo, and that would just be really annoying. I know it's part of the gameplay and the mechanics, but I thought the actual control side of things could have been maybe a little bit more fine-tuned for sure. Sometimes also when climbing up steep faces with a lot of like jagged rocks and whatnot. Again, like I know you can hold the climb button to try and continually climb things so you're not constantly pressing it, but I definitely thought that it was clunky at times, to say the least, for sure. I pre-ordered the game on PC. I can't remember exactly how much it cost, but I think it was definitely worth what I paid. I don't think it was overpriced by any means. I don't think the pre-order bonus was really worth anything though. I would have just basically, if I had known now, I would have opted to probably pay less and not have the bonuses that came into the package, which was like, you know, a coloured bike, a coloured glasses or something like that, which is just cosmetic stuff. It was pretty lame. You can just unlock during the game anyway. There's no real benefit to have it straight off the bat. I guess to summarise the entire game as a whole, I thought it was pretty good. I'm not going to say it's the best game of 2020 or 19, whenever it was, you know, originally released, I suppose. But it was a good game. It was definitely enjoyable. I was probably thinking about it when I wasn't playing it, just because it's something, one of those games that kind of sticks in your mind, and events that you've seen and experienced when you're playing it can be kind of moving and at least good enough to hang around in your thoughts when you're not actually playing the game as well. So give it some props in that area for sure. I have played better games in the past, and I think, you know, the way things are going with games and technology, I'm definitely going to be playing some better games in the future. Well, I hope so anyway, if we don't keep getting let down by other things getting delayed, or, you know, COVID instances and things like that. But yeah, to summarise, I thought it was pretty good. I definitely liked a lot about it. If I had to give it a total rating out of 10, I'd probably give it about a 7, maybe 7.5. But yeah, I definitely enjoyed it. I would recommend it to other people to play. I would definitely say play it on PC, because it just looked really, really good opposed to gameplay footage that I did see from PlayStation. I know they're an older, or a sort of, you know, becoming an outdated console now. As the next gen of consoles come out, maybe it'll look really, really good on those. I assume everyone's going to be probably wanting to step their, you know, their PCs up to then get better than what consoles are now being produced at. But hey, whatever. That's not a bad thing by any means. So yeah, to summarise, I definitely enjoyed the game. Hope you guys enjoyed it. If you haven't played it, check it out. It's definitely worth playing. Death Stranding. Thanks for checking out the video. Hopefully hit the like, subscribe button. If you don't, cool. If you do, even better. Peace.